evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, Bonnaroo's updated lineup has been released. Tennessee has a new plan to help out foster families, and we should be able to return to the local Regal Theater in May. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental health care needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
Hello, I'm Ray Noyes, and as Mayor of Tullahoma, I'm strongly urging all of our citizens to follow the guidelines of CDC in helping control this virus, COVID-19. But I'm especially advising all of us to wear face coverings or masks anytime we're in a social setting where we can't maintain a distance of 6 feet or more. So be kind to your neighbor, wear your mask.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. In tonight's top story, Bonnaroo 2021 has released the updated lineup for September, and tickets went on sale Wednesday. Changes to the schedule from the original 2020 schedule include the loss of Miley Cyrus, Tool, Tenacious D, and Oysterhead, with additions such as Foo Fighters and Tyler, the Creator. The organizers have spent the extra year trying to come up with some new ways to make Bonnaroo more enjoyable for all Bonnaroovians. One change coming as a result of the state of Tennessee deciding that the temporary exit 112 on the interstate will not be allowed anymore is that car passes will only be allowed to enter on their assigned day to help alleviate some of the traffic jam. To help attendees say goodbye to long treks into Centeroo, Bonnaroo announced the Jam Track for a new and easy way to get to all the action at Bonnaroo. This convenient and free transportation option will run all day and night and be available all throughout the campground with multiple routes and stops along the way. The newly updated campground layouts allows for more camping closer to Centeroo. The sooner you arrive each day, the closer you'll be. They're also adding campground wayfinding signage throughout for easier navigation around the area. And if you're looking for more ways to stay cool and comfortable on the farm, they've introduced brand new air-conditioned darkroom tents available for all levels of ticket holders, all set up and ready to go upon your arrival. Each tent comes with a choice of a cot or inflatable bed, electric cooling unit, and a souvenir blanket for each person. And last but definitely not least, the second largest stage, known as the Witch Stage, is being revamped to be bigger and louder to accommodate bigger crowds. Here's a video Bonnaroo produced to tout their new campground shuttle.
What was once a dream is fast becoming a reality. What was once a long walk is now just a breeze. Introducing Jam Track. When it arrives, not long from now, our comprehensive network of trams will prove to be the vital link between your campsite and Centeroo. Bask in the modern design of our world-class tram, the comfort, style, and speed. From dawn to dusk, we move you around the colorful metropolis. See you soon, Bonnaroo. Jam Track, Bonnaroo's finest campground transportation. Paid for by the Bonnaroo Transit Commission.
In terms of health precautions, festival organizers say they are in contact with local health and public safety officials and intend to abide by relevant recommendations to assure a safe and enjoyable festival. A COVID-19 warning section of the site says the organizers have taken enhanced health and safety measures for everyone without detailing just what they are, and reminds everyone that inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 exists in any public space where people are present. We'll bring you more updates as that information becomes available, and we'll be right back in a moment with more News Leader on 6.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stroop.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. At last weekend's Miss Tullahoma pageant, Mary Grace Graham performed while the judges deliberated. In this segment, she sings "She Used to Be Mine" by Sarah Bareilles.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me with these shoes and this apron. That place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to say that most days I don't recognize me with these shoes and this apron. That place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. She is messy, but she's kind. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken, won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just swings in with the back door and carves out a person, makes you believe it's all true. But now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two for that girl that I knew who was reckless just enough, who gets hurt but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. she used to be mine.
New research suggests that a drug with a 30-year track record as an effective tool for fighting cancer may significantly improve memory in patients with mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. Sargramamostine, sold under the brand name Leukin, has long been used after cancer treatments to coach a patient's bone marrow to make more disease-fighting white blood cells. It uses a protein that has been linked to significantly lower risk of Alzheimer's among patients with rheumatoid arthritis. Working with 40 Alzheimer's patients, researchers have now concluded that a 3-week regimen of sargramamostine can actually reverse telltale brain damage associated with the disease and markedly improve memory and thinking ability. This discovery of the safety and effectiveness of the protein in Alzheimer's disease has the potential to be a breakthrough which will be proven when a larger, longer trial is done to show that the benefits seen are stronger and long-lasting. The new findings come on the heels of another potential Alzheimer's breakthrough in the form of an experimental drug called donanemab, as reported March 13th in the New England Journal of Medicine. A monthly shot of donanemab for about 18 months effectively eliminated buildup of plaques in the brain of roughly 70% of Alzheimer's patients studied. For the new study, 20 patients were treated with sargramamostine 5 days a week for 3 weeks. 20 other patients received placebo shots. The trial was a double-blind, meaning neither the investigators nor participants knew which treatment they were getting. At the end of the trial, those in the sargramamostine group scored nearly 2 points higher on a standard 30-point test of thinking skills. Their production of disease-fighting immune cells also shot up, and pre-existing nervous system damage, including levels of plaque and Alzheimer's-related tangles in the brain, all reversed in what researchers described as partial normalization process. Researchers have approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and funding from the U.S. National Institute of Health and the Alzheimer's Association to carry out a longer, larger trial to verify their findings. The team just reported its findings on March 25th in the online edition of the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia Translational Research and Clinical Interventions. More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
What does caring look like? This is what caring looks like.
This is setting an example for others.
This is rising to the challenge.
This is doing what works.
This is doing my part.
This is doing your part.
Each of us individually.
Acting as one.
Keeping your distance, no matter how awkward it may seem.
This is wearing a mask.
Over your nose and mouth.
Like we are. Keeping our distance.
Each wearing masks.
Not under your chin.
Not above your head.
Not in your hand. But over your nose and mouth.
This is listening to the expert. If you'll just
wear one of these.
Caring makes community.
And this is what caring looks like.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Welcome back. TN Foster's HOPE is a statewide collaborative campaign born out of the recognition that more must be done to adequately meet the needs of Tennessee's foster and adopted youth and the families that step up to serve them. The TN Foster's HOPE model engages state agencies, community organizations, the business community, and houses of worship to generate high-quality care and opportunity for children and families impacted by foster care and adoption. In this video, TN Foster's HOPE partner Christine Allender with the Tennessee Kids Belong organization speaks about why she's involved with the group.
Hi, my name is Kristen Allender. I'm the Executive Director of Tennessee Kids Belong. We work to equip communities to dramatically improve the experience and the outcomes for kids in foster care. So I was personally adopted at birth, and I've always had this passion for working with vulnerable children. I've been in the field of social work, child welfare for the last 17 years. You know, I love working with churches and houses of worship because this isn't just a message for the 1% to 2% that might actually open up their hearts and their homes to foster care, but really it's a message for everybody. Everyone in that congregation or that community can do something. Something I'm really excited about is what we just launched called the Foster Friendly app. We partnered with a group in Tennessee and it was launched here first, and we've got over 150 businesses on there. And it's a way to connect foster families directly with a company that says, you know what, going out to eat or doing some of these extracurriculars might get a little pricey. So we want to serve you, we see you, and they can go on the app and see all the locations in their area, from clothing stores to car dealerships. So we're so excited to get more businesses on board, and I truly believe that Tennessee will be the most foster-friendly state in America.
In other state of Tennessee news, loneliness is a major problem for older adults across the state, and to help provide hope, encouragement, and connection to these older adults, the Governor's Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives with the Tennessee Baptist Mission Board created the TN Hope Line, a call line that offers supportive action offers supportive active listening to lonely older adults age 60 and over. The TN Hope Line, which is 844-600-8262, is a free phone call that is answered Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. locally by trained volunteers who offer encouragement and hope for lonely senior adults. Callers are invited to call and talk about whatever is on their mind. Callers who express specific needs, such as food and basic supplies, are connected with people and services available to help in their area. Again, that's the TN Hope Line, and the toll-free number is 844-600-8262. We'll be right back in a moment after these commercial messages.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
My great-grandfather started it in 1900, and now it's 2020, which is 120 years. We still measure your feet, still try to help you find a good fit. We're just a good old-fashioned shoe store where we'll measure your feet, make sure you're in the right size, and help you find a comfortable shoe for men, women, and children.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Tullahoma moviegoers will soon be able to return to the theater to enjoy movies on the big screen. Regal Cinema's parent company, Cineworld, announced recently that it will be reopening its theaters in the U.S. starting in April. The Tullahoma movie theater, Tullahoma Regal Cinema 8, is scheduled to be reopened by May 21st. In a joint statement with Warner Brothers, the movie theater chain announced that the phased reopening will start this Friday, April 2nd, with the opening of Godzilla vs. Kong. Additional theaters will open with Mortal Kombat in 2 weeks. On April 16th, CEO of Cineworld, Mookie Greedinger, said, quote, "We have long awaited this moment when we can welcome audiences back to our Regal theaters and restore our essential role with the communities we serve. With the health and safety of our customers, staff, and communities as our top priority, we continue to take all the necessary precautions and abide by our Cinema Safe guidelines to confidently provide a safe and comfortable experience," end quote. Greedinger added that all Regal theaters will have capacity restrictions expanding to 50% or more across most states, so it will be able to operate profitably in its biggest markets. Regal Cinemas temporarily closed all of its 536 theaters across the U.S. last October as theaters were closed to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Since then, multiple movie studios have been reluctant to release their backlog of new films, leaving the theaters without many offerings. The cinema group stated it will continue to follow safety measures in places to stay committed to the safety of all of its patrons and employees. Regal employees will undergo daily health screenings, including temperature checks where mandated. They will be required to wash hands at the minimum of every 30 to 60 minutes, depending on their job role, and when it is required by local governments, all employees and guests will wear masks. In the lobby area of theaters, greeters will be stationed to assist guests with new procedural changes. Guests will be encouraged to proceed to their auditorium as soon as possible and exit the theater in a timely manner at the conclusion of their movie. Wall-mounted sanitizer dispensers will be available on either side of main entrances. Arcade games and vending machines will remain closed, and water fountains will not be available for use. At concession stands, along with the ability to purchase tickets in advance on the Regal mobile app, guests now have the ability to purchase concession items from the app when in theater. Every other register will be closed to maintain social distancing. A reduced menu offering will be temporarily available. Self-service condiment stands will be closed, and refills on large drinks and popcorn will be suspended. And locations that feature diners, restaurants, and in-theater ordering will have these services temporarily suspended as well. Locations with bars will remain open for walk-up service only. All guests are required to wear a face covering at all times while in the lobby. Hallways and restrooms are also included in that, too. You'll have to wear a mask there as well. As per the terms of admission, any guest not complying with the policies shall be asked to leave. Guests will be welcome to return once they are compliant. In theaters that have it, the company's reservation system will maintain 2 empty seats between groups, 1 seat at recliner locations, to help maintain proper social distancing throughout the movies. At theaters where performances are non-reserved, guests will be requested to leave 2 seats between groups. Group sizes will only be limited where required by state or county mandate. Guests who are experiencing any COVID-19-like symptoms or have been in contact with any individuals that have been diagnosed with the virus are asked to self-quarantine and to avoid the theater until they are symptom-free for 72 hours. Guests who have purchased tickets and experience any symptoms related to COVID-19 may request a refund online. Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1963 at 84 degrees. The record low was in 1987 at 22 degrees. Average high on this day is 66, and the average low is 42. Cold weather today, and gets colder as the day goes, as the night comes along. Low tonight is expected to be around 25. Sunny weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 50 and a low of 28. Saturday brings us sunny weather again with a high of 60 and a low of 38. And that's our news leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.